Yo, what is going on, boys? It is your boy Aaron, and welcome back to another banger YouTube video. In today's video, I think we're just gonna go ahead and move right along with this new little series that I have started, and that is just teaching you guys how to read charts to hopefully better your trading. And if you think you're gonna learn something, if you think you're gonna like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about support and resistance, and there's a lot of forms, but today I'm just going to keep it super simple. We're just going to be talking about four. We're going to be going into paint, we're going to be talking about it, and then of course we're going to be going back to this chart and finding some real life examples. And let's just go ahead and get straight into this. Let's go straight up to my paint, and first let's talk about what I'm even talking about: support and resistance. Stocks, they move, obviously they move up, they move down, and then they can consolidate, but in that consolidation it is up and down, and that's just how stocks move. You ask yourself, well, how do stocks move? Money comes in, stocks go up. Money go out, stock go down. It's that simple. So just to give you a little example, let's just boom, stock up, boom, stock up, boom, stock up, and then vice versa. Boom, stock down, boom, stock down, boom, stock down, boom, stock down, right? You get it. You get what I'm trying to say here. And now in this lies the support and the resistance that we're going to talk about in today's video. So first, let's go ahead and just talk about support first. Let's go ahead and redraw this guy out. Now, the first two that I'm going to talk about is just your normal support and resistance, right? Your overhead and your lower, I guess you could say. And in a way to envision that is just a low straight line right ahead. Boom. We'll just go ahead and draw here a straight line that when a stock goes down, touches this area, it is 9 times out of 10 maybe going to go back up. That is what support really truly is. If you think about the word support, what does that mean? It means to help, to brace, to help, right? So every time the stock goes down to this area, buyers help it by putting money into it, and then the stock continuing up. So just kind of some basic support that you just really want to look for, again, is just an area where the stock will dip down to, either consolidate in that area and then go back up, or dip down to that area and then just kind of go right back up. So looking for that on this chart here, you can already see, and it's so easy. It doesn't have to be, oh, there's like 50 touches. Just literally this one area right here. As soon as you go into it, you can already see. Let me go ahead and get my drawing out. You can already see, bang, support right there instantly. Why? Because the stock touched this area and it had a strong bounce following. Oh, if you want to find another one, super simple, right here, bang. And then if you look at it, this is also another area where stock has dipped down and then kind of bought back up. That is just like your obvious examples, and if it's obvious, then it's clearly a area of support or resistance. Now, another area like that is multiple touches. So you can see this right here. Boom. Multiple touches right here. Now, you can put it right here, right? You can do another one, put it right here. Bang. Now, the best thing to do is find those areas where it does have multiple. That is going to be your stronger areas of support, as well as these touches and these big bounces are also going to be your strongest areas of support. And now another variation that we can talk about. So we got the straight line, we got just the flat level, the flat area where the buy orders are sitting at. And then we have what's called ascending. What does ascending mean? Going up. Ascending levels of support. And what do I mean by that? Let's go ahead and delete this. So you see how the stock has came down, touched this little area right here, came back up, touched this little area back, came back up, so on and so forth. If we take our line right here and we just draw this out, right? What would that be? What would that be? That is going up. Every time this stock has touched this area, it has gone up. Touch this area, has gone up. Now, it doesn't have to every time, but let's just say in this case right here, it came down, bang, 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 touched a little bit, and then went back up. That is what is known as ascending or an ascending level of support. And just like the regular basic, every time the stock touches, buyer step in. Because remember, we said this at the beginning of the video, buyer stepping in, putting money into the market goes up. That's what drives the price up. Buyer step in, they tap, go straight back up. And if you look back on the charts, because like I said, we're going to be talking about some real life examples here. Let's get my different tool out. Let's get a trend line. What is the first thing you notice? And guys, seriously, stop making it so freaking complicated. Like, don't go over here and be like, oh, there's one here and here. Timmy, I don't care about that. Look at where the majority of the touches lie. Look where the biggest moves lie. And as you can see, it's right here. Bang to bang. This is Nubank Holding. I love this stock. If you're unfamiliar, please go and watch the other videos because I talk about this a lot and I'm going to continue to talk about this stock a lot. But right here, as you can spot straight away, is what is known as an ascending level of support. And I hope I'm saying that word right. But every time the stock has touched, what has it done? It's had a nice little bounce, touch, nice little bounce, touch, nice little bounce. And what are we on right now? A touch and a nice little bounce. Now, it can be real close together like this, right? Or if we zoom out, let's try to find it on this. See, like this one right here. Boom. I'll even do this. Bang. Bang. Right? That is also an ascending level of support. Now, usually you don't want to really go off of such a big one like this. It is best to go off of stuff like this, these little closer ones, because that is a true ascending level. It has respected it multiple times, and that's really what you kind of want to see. You want to see that the stock is respecting it, buyers are stepping in and pushing the price up. Ascending level of support. It's seriously, y'all, it is not as complicated. Some of these gurus try to make it out to be. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. I'm not trying to make these videos very long. I'm not trying to dive super deep into all this stuff yet because this is just simply learning. And again, like, it's not that hard. You look at the chart. Oh my God, there's a move right here. What is that? That must be an area of support. Oh my God, there's another move right here. That must be an ascending level of support. Oh my God, there's a third one. It's respecting it pretty well. That has to be. And then vice versa for these bigger ones down here at the bottom. Oh my gosh, it had a humongous move. It's still not done bouncing. That must be one of the strongest levels of support right here. Like, come on, y'all. It is not that hard. Please stop making it hard. Please stop making it hard. So we're going to keep these lines on here and then we're going to move right along to resistance. And I want us to take a step back real quick and just think about movies you've seen, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, whatever it is. And just think about the word resist. To resist. What does that mean? What does that mean? Write it down in the comments below. To resist. To stop something, right? To fight back against something, right? So that's what I want y'all to think of resistance as we're talking about this. This is an area that the stock touches, sellers step in, the resistance steps in and pushes the price back down. So let's say we are in an uptrend, right? Bang, uptrend, bang, uptrend, bang, uptrend. Uh-oh, what is this? Some resistance. Start to go back down. Uh-oh, what is this? Some resistance. Let's start to go back down. And then a downtrend is created. Now, it doesn't have to create a downtrend after that. See, like all of this right here, every time it's hit right here, that is also levels of resistance. But we're just talking about the major ones where downtrends have started happening. So right here, as you can see, we got a little double top. We'll talk about that on later videos, but this would be considered a strong form of resistance. Big time seller stepping in and driving the price back down. That's really truly what resistance means, right? It just means people are stepping in and just stopping and resisting the stock from going any higher. So right away, let's just look at the stock. Let's even go back here and some things that we are going to somewhat talk about in this video is areas of resistance or support turning into the opposite. So areas of resistance turning into support and then support turning into resistance. And we kind of have that back here. So back whenever this stock kind of first got introduced, it started to run up to this $11 area, $12 area, and they got rejected back down. But if then you zoom out and then go back out a little bit, this area right here has acted as support. So that's what I mean as things can hit some resistance that later on can turn into support, right? So, speaking of resistance, I just want to take out this line so we can keep it nice and clean. The resistance in the beginning right here would have been this $12 area. Because why? Let's turn this guy red. Because why? That is an area where the stock hit and immediately rejected down. The stock hit and went into a downtrend for a little bit. Another example, right? Super simple. We'll keep it red right here. Now, it doesn't have to be a downtrend for very long, right? Like back here was a little bit longer than probably this one right here, or this one might have been a little bit longer than that one over there, but that's okay, right? Because any area where the stock hits and has a rejection that is pretty sharp, and even doesn't even have to be sharp, even little ones like this, where it's hit multiple times and gone back down, that is an area of resistance, right? So again, just like a little summary of just this flat resistance here. Think of it as, we're trying to fight our way. Hold up. We're trying to fight our way through. It's resisting. It's stopping it from happening, and we're going back down. Same thing here. It's hitting. It's fighting. It's trying to go back up. It goes down. It goes down. It tries to go back up. It goes down for a little bit. And then eventually it turns into support if the buyers are there and they deem it, worthy enough. Like this is Mjolnir from the Avengers. But yeah, so that is kind of, it's super simple. Again, like I said, I hate to make this stuff complicated, but let's go ahead and get a new one, and let's talk about that fourth and final one we are talking about in this video. Again, there are so many different forms, but we're just going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. 4 different resistance in this video. And again, just like there is ascending level of support, there is ascending level of resistance. And I know what you're probably thinking, little Timmy, man, and you just got to slow down. I know there has to be descending level of support and resistance, and we're going to talk about that, man. But for right now, I said we're only going to talk about 4, so slow your roll a little bit. But like I said, just like there is ascending level of support, there is also ascending level of resistance, right? So in a perfect world, stocks would just shoot straight up forever, but they can't do that. So sellers have to step in sometimes, and whenever they do, they just kind of create this area of resistance that the stock has to try to break through to keep going up, but most likely will not break through to keep going up, but it can break through it, right? Because again, stocks do whatever they want to do. No one in their right mind can sit here and predict every single move that is going to happen. But let's take away some of this stuff so we can just see. And if you look, man, ascending, like stop just making it so complicated. I know you see it, guys. Little Timmy, you're like, oh, Aaron, I don't see it. You see it, man. Boom, one right there. We'll make it red. Make this simple. Easiest. Every time it's gone here, it's broken back down. Every time it's gone here, it's broken back down, back down, back down, back down. And now if we zoom this back out, I'm sure this will eventually act as resistance again. But if we also go here to here, I know you spotted another one. And coincidentally enough, this is in a nice little channel that is bouncing back and forth that is also respecting pretty freaking nicely, man. If you look at it, boom, 1, 2, 3 times you're out the old stock game. Just kidding. But it has hit this ascending level of resistance not 1, not 2, not 3 times. So what does that mean? It is a respectable ascending level of resistance and is more than likely going to continue to respect it unless some catalyst comes out, unless some news comes out, unless earnings come out and just rock it, or buyers step in and sellers just get exhausted. That is today's video, y'all. I try to, again, make this stuff as simple as possible. And if you at home make it as simple as freaking humanly possible, I promise it is going to make your trading a whole lot easier. A lot of these gurus will come on here and they'll tell you, oh, you wanna add my 13 MA mixed with my 14 Heracross crossover, and I'll send out my Pikachu to hit the resistance. Like, come on, y'all. It is seriously, it's not that freaking difficult. Just spot your areas where the biggest moves happen, and that is your support and that is your resistance. And if you are a trader where you like to buy at support, just buy it whenever the move happens and whenever it touches, and you're golden. And then vice versa for selling. But that is today's video. Hopefully Nubank has an awesome week this week. We are trying to see $20, I think, this week, honestly. Who knows? But with that being said, that is a video. Hope everyone has an awesome day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.